this in a long time. I ain't felt like this in a long time. I ain't had shit in a long time. Just to feel like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to feel like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to look like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to look like this, it took a long time, yeah. Hold up, I'm trying to do something right now. Just leave me alone. I'm gonna get caught. You know what I do. Leave me alone. I'm gonna go to the side. We gonna do that. Lil' black jean jacket, yeah. Got be long on it, yeah. Got that bad bitch, yeah. Wanna fuck me, my homie, yeah. Got that bad bitch, yeah. Tryna fuck me, my homie, yeah. Shawty gon' suck to the money, yeah. I can't wait no daddy, yeah. Bad that bitch on homie, yeah. I just fucked your daddy, yeah. I ain't even pass it to homie, yeah. We might rob you, homie. We might rob you, homie. We might rob you, homie. I'd rather get caught with it than without it. Wake up and smell the motherfucking coffee. I'm about the pretty boys and the cows. I ain't felt like this in a long time. I ain't felt like this in a long time. I ain't had shit in a long time. Just to feel like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to feel like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to look like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to look like this, it took a long time, yeah.
I've been to Atlanta.
Most definitely been to.
With who?
No got me down, I ain't go to class. I'd rather die before I come in last.
Why don't you just send me your address? You didn't send me your address. You forget?
I ain't had shit in a long time. I ain't felt like this in a long time. I ain't felt like this in a long time. I ain't had shit in a long time. Just to feel like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to feel like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to look like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to look like this, it took a long time, yeah. I ain't had shit in a long time. 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 Just to feel like this, it took a long time, yeah. Just to feel like this, it took a long time, yeah.
Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of The Morning After. You're going to notice one thing for today. Unfortunately, Josh will not be joining us. He had some Wi-Fi issues. I totally forgot to text Lauren, so this will be a solo TMA until intermission gets back from class. But I got news for you. The Knicks move on. How about it? If you ever thought, let me pull up a chair for you guys. If you ever thought that there was going to be a chance in Ma and Pa's kitchen, that the Detroit Pistons were going to beat the New York Knicks, I mean, you might as well. There's not many shots in the NBA that have completely taken me off my kilter, so let's talk about it. The Knicks advance to play the Celtics, and in case you're wondering, I could not be less scared. I want Boston. I desire Boston. There's nothing in my brain right now that tells me that we can't compete with Boston. But let's talk about some stuff that happened in the world last night. Obviously, the Knicks advance. Jalen Brunson is him. And going into that game, I think there was a lot of talk about the Knicks team. Obviously, Jalen Brunson had a super off game the night before, and it was very much put up or shut up in my head. I do genuinely believe if we lose that game, there is a chance. I'm not saying it was going to happen. There is a chance that we potentially lose to the Pistons Game 7 in New York just because we had not been able to defend our home floor. However, that is why Jalen Brunson is the captain. That's why he's the king of New York. And it's because of moments like that where he drops 40 points in a send-home game for the Detroit Pistons in Detroit. And I feel like I talked about it yesterday a little bit. Jalen Brunson has this weird thing wrong with his head where he plays better when you're booing him rather than when you're going, MVP, MVP, MVP. Did we get subbies? Hold on. I'm on StreamYard. I got to flip over. Let's see if we got subbies. Just Drew Sports gifted 5 views. Come on. Let's hear it. 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 But so let's talk about my night last night. So last night I went out with, you're looking at a Temu stream right now. It's just me. I'm going to try to get through this alone until Mason gets here. I expected Lauren to be on, but I didn't text her or give her any notice. So I totally blew that. I was just so used to her being on last Friday that I was like, oh, everybody will be on. And then Josh's Wi-Fi caked, and then I didn't text Lauren. So we're going to wait until Mason gets back from class. We're going to wait till Mason gets back from class, and he's going to hop on. Lauren, you can hop on too if you want. We could run the 3 box for sure. You're more than welcome. If you have the link or if you need the link, you're more than welcome to hop on. But let's talk about my night last night. So I had to go out for the Knicks game. My buddies are Dallas Stars fans, so they thought, I'm just going to take my time working out, eating dinner, and getting ready. So I didn't go out till the second half. Ended up out on the town in Dallas watching the Knicks. But here's the thing about it. Here's the thing about it. I live in Dallas, and the Dallas Stars played a hockey game last night. So I was at the pub, rocking, ordering drinks, started off with an Irish coffee. There's no better drink than an Irish coffee. It gets you moving, and at this place particularly, they do cold brew iced. So it's like an iced Irish coffee. And it was so good. So that started the night off well. The Knicks have a massive lead in the third quarter. They're finally playing the first great third quarter I've ever seen. Obviously kind of folded in that second quarter, allowed Malik Beasley to do that whole dumb thing, but we'll get to him later. Don't worry about it. Third quarter starts. Man, the Knicks are having a great third quarter. You could tell that clearly in the locker room, there'd been a lot of talk about it. Clearly, they realized that it was an issue and they addressed it, and they played phenomenal in that third quarter. We looked so good. Took about an 8-point lead. The problem is we then substituted a bad third quarter for a bad fourth quarter. And after witnessing both, I'd much rather have a bad third quarter than a bad fourth quarter. Completely blew a 10-point lead, allowed the Pistons to go up 5, go up 6, clawed our way back. While the New York Knicks are clawing their way back at the 2-minute mark, because I live in the city of Dallas, the bar turned every single TV onto the Stars game and turned off the New York Knicks game that was a tied game with 2 minutes left. I have never in my entirety of my life been in more shambles. And I'm surrounded by bozos and bots in bright green jerseys getting ready to watch first period hockey while I am sweating cock and ball off for the Knicks in Game 6 in a tied fourth quarter with 2 minutes left. And keep in mind, at this bar, these bartenders and these waitresses, they love to try to sell you on shots. That's their whole thing. So the lady comes over. My buddy ended up being really quick on his phone, getting the game up. So I only missed about 30 seconds. Props the game up. And she goes, I would change the game, but we just have too many Stars fans. But how about this? If your team wins, you guys buy shots. I looked at this lady with the bewilderment of it had to have been someone that just lost a close family member. The bewilderment of now it's just too far gone. It's just too far gone. You've now told me you can't put the game on, and now you're trying to get me to buy shots if my team wins, and I'm having to watch on Stream East on the phone, and you're trying to finagle shots out of me? The gall. But back to the game. So now I'm at the bar, we're watching on a phone. Shout out the Stars, Spawn down 1-0. Everyone's silent. I'm screaming my head off because the Knicks are going into what is going to be potentially one of the most sweaty fourth quarters of my entire life. And keep in mind, the bar across the street has the game on. But we're Stream East, so we're a little bit behind. So I'm like a solid 3 minutes behind social media. I'm a solid 3 minutes behind the bar across the street. The Knicks are now taking their time out. It's now time to go. My buddy looks across the street, and then he's just like, I don't know, something big must have happened, but nobody made noise across the street. So I was like, oh, shit, okay. Inbound the ball to Jalen Brunson. I'm sitting there. Keep in mind, Stars fans, Erdy and Moose, they spawned down 1. I am now fully bent over as if I'm on the sideline of a Texas high school football game. Just fucking ready to go, dude. As if I'm on the floor. As if I was playing defense for the Pistons. I'm locked in, dude. Locked in as if I'm on the bench of the New York Knicks. Keep in mind, in the middle of an entire bar. In the middle of an entire bar, dude. And there is probably 40 Stars fans all around me, and they're doing their own thing. And I'm in. I'm ready to just, whatever's going on around me, dude, I'm in, dude. Inbound the ball to Brunson. Isolation. Mikal Bridges comes up. My buddy's like, dude, why is Mikal Bridges coming up? And I was like, no, this is what you want. It's like a fake high screen. Get him out of there now. It's true ISO. Exactly what I said happened. And then it was as if I just watched my first child get born. And keep in mind, I'm sitting there in front of all these Stars fans, and I'm being very loud. And out loud, I said, if he makes this shot, I will name one of my kids Jalen. So now I'm in that pickle because Jalen Brunson does what Jalen Brunson does. For whatever reason, the Detroit Pistons thought shit was sweet. They thought shit was so sweet. And they put a rookie on Jalen Brunson in an elimination game with 30 seconds left. You put a rookie on the greatest closer in the NBA. And what does Jalen Brunson do? Eat. Asar Thompson touches the earth. Malik Beasley's fat mouth is probably wide open. And oh, don't mind if I do. Step in, pull up, butter. And I'll tell you what, dude. There is not much that gets me going anymore in this life. But watching Jalen Brunson hit this and then point to the entire court side row of Pistons fans, knowing that he just sent them home, and hearing Mike Breen give a patented bang, bang, while I am now splooging in front of every single kid in Dallas wearing a green Stars jersey. It was, I would relate it as close as what I assume it feels to reach Valhalla. It was about as sweet as I assume it felt to reach Valhalla as a Viking. There was nothing better in my life up to that moment than watching that. There was, the amount of shit I've had to eat from game 1 to game 6 from not only this chat, but Detroit Pistons Twitter, and honestly, third person, like shit eating, listening to the Pistons talk about this series from their point of view as well. And then wait, the Pistons have a chance. And then wait, the Pistons have a chance. I'm sitting there going, game's not over. Game's not over. Game's not over. I'm now sitting on my bar stool rocking in the chair. Game's not over. Game's not over. Keep in mind, side note, sorority event across the street, entire bar rented out by an SMU sorority. You can imagine the sights across the street. But I'm locked in on the game. You couldn't peel my eyes away. Event across the street, you can imagine. Game's not over. You would have thought I was a mental patient. Game's not over. Game's not over. Game's not over. The amount of heartbreak that I've been through in my sports fandom life has been, I would put it up there with some of the worst of all time. So I know there's a chance. I know there's a chance that this game could be tied and we're going to overtime. So I'm rocking back and forth like an actual mental patient. Game's not over. Game's not over. Game's not over. Pistons inbound the ball. Drives up the floor. Dish to Malik Beasley, who's been running his fat, stupid mouth all series, thinking he's the best player on the planet. There's no way that Malik Beasley absolutely blows this game after talking the most shit and running his stupid fat mouth for 6 games. Malik Beasley with a chance to tie. Oh! That ball's out of bounds. New York Knicks ball. Buzzer sounds. Thanks for coming out, Detroit. Maybe you'll get a home win in the playoffs in 2026. Maybe you'll get a home playoff win in 2026 because, unfortunately, Jalen Brunson came into your house, gave you 40, hit the game winner, and sent you to Cancun. But now to what the chat has been talking about. I'm not scared of Boston. I welcome the challenge of Boston. They built this team to beat Boston. Every piece that was assembled was because we got eliminated by the Pacers last year with injuries. And every team in the East knows, unfortunately, I'm going to give them their credit, the Eastern Conference goes through Boston. So all of this, every roster move from Mikhail to Cat, it all boils down to Boston. It all boils down to Boston and Jason Tatum. And I got news for you. I'm licking chops. I'm over the moon. I am over the moon. If you thought that as a fan of my team, I would want the easy way, or I'd want the Pacers, or I'd want the Cavs, fuck that. I want Boston. I want Jason Tatum. This team needs to prove New York fans correct that they are who we think they are. And I think skill-wise, basketball-wise, it's going to be more difficult than playing Detroit. But I think this is going to be an easier series from a mental standpoint because Boston doesn't really talk like that. And I think a lot of what the Detroit Pistons do is much like Conor McGregor when he was at his peak at the UFC. He wants you out of your head. He wants you to not be thinking and acting like the way you normally do. And I think you saw a Knicks team that in multiple quarters, in multiple ways, kind of lost their head in places. And the Celtics don't really do that. The Celtics are buttoned up. The Celtics don't really talk like that. They don't try to beat you with mental games. So I think from a mental factor, this is going to be a little bit of an easier series. In terms of talent on talent, it's going to be really hard because the Celtics are one of the deepest teams in the NBA, and we don't have that thing you call depth. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Sent Detroit home. Finally, that fan base can hang up their Twitter accounts that they just created this year. And now we get to go to work. Now we get Boston. This is the prove yourself series. And we still have Jalen Brunson. We still have Karl Anthony Towns. OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges are built to defend guys like Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum night in, night out. It's just going to come down to our scoring droughts, which are really bad, and the Celtics don't necessarily have those. So I'm going to say Knicks in 7, dude. I'm going to say Knicks in 7. I think we take them 7. I think it's a bloodbath fight in GTA of a series. I think the Knicks are going to play up to their competition rather than play down like they did to the Detroit Pistons. I'm not running from Boston. Everyone in both chats wants me to run from Boston and say I'm scared. You want me to say I'm worried? You want me to say I'm nervous? You want me to say I think the Celtics are going to beat us? Give me a fucking break. I want Boston. I want Boston in the Garden. I want road games in TD Garden where Jalen Brunson drops 40. I want Jason Tatum to fold and crap down his leg in Madison Square Garden when the stadium is shaking. I want all of it. I want Tom Thibodeau versus Joe Mazzulla. I want Kristaps thinking he can stop Karl Anthony Towns. I want all of it. I want all of it. I want all of it. I don't agree with Landon in the Twitch chat. As a Knicks fan, I want Boston. I want the challenge. I want to play Jason Tatum. I want to send this Boston team home. So bad. So bad. There's not many teams I hate more than the Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers. And I'm so happy we get one now in this second round. I'm so happy we get one now. So we'll see. And I hope, to Jay Kell's comment in the Twitch chat, I hope Boston is looking forward to Cleveland. Because you know what happens when you look 5 steps in front of you? You trip on the rock that you're not looking at and you're out in the place where you're at. So I hope Boston is looking forward to Cleveland. I hope Boston is thinking, all right, Eastern Conference Final, who do you think is going to come out of Indiana, Cleveland? And then, oh, here come the Knicks. Bop. Now you got to play. But that's all the Knicks talk. The parlay lost by 1 leg again because of that Moose shit over. I don't know why I'm taking Nationals over. I could have put the Leafs team total. That was Ched Bingus. Could have had the Knicks team total. Could have had VGK. Shout out the Toronto Maple Leafs for beating Ottawa. There was too much Ottawa content leaking onto my feed of this guy singing and that band, and I just couldn't be happier that that's out. The parlay sold, but somebody bring me my broomski. We hit the Leafs team total. We hit the Knicks team total. We hit the Angels team total. Shout out Krabs. I wouldn't have taken the Angels if Krabs didn't tell me that the bats were going to get hot, so I took the Angels team total. Shout out Krabs. We took VGK money line. We took the New York Knicks money line, and then we also had the Clippers -6. But unfortunately, I guess they just didn't want to hold the 15-point lead. That shit pushed a lot of P. Someone bring me my broomski. And then we kept it about as simple as possible with the Prize Picks lineup. You just take Jalen Brunson points and Kawhi Leonard points. And you just keep it simple. I don't have much words for it other than you just keep that simple. You just keep it simple. Going from there, other news in sports, the Dallas Stars are now moving to 7 games. Game 7 will be Saturday night in Dallas. The city will be rocking, I'm sure. every white boy in Texas will be wearing a bright green hockey jersey like they were yesterday. And I got to tell you, it's nothing against the Stars. I think it's more so their fans. I hope the Avs fucking smoke them in Dallas. I just have to say that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to Stars fans that are like normal. But when I'm at the bar having to listen to Stars fans for 2.5 hours, there's just not a lot of teams that I want to see send home more than the Stars at this point. I'm sure if I was in Colorado, I'd be rooting for the Stars if I had to listen to Avs fans for 2.5 hours. But I'm actually excited that we're getting a Game 7. I'm so excited that we're getting a Game 7 in sports because there's nothing better than win or go home for both teams. Win or go home for both teams. The Avs came out and looked great last night. They just couldn't stop scoring. The Stars also just made 2 massive mistakes, dude. Clearing the puck into your teammate and him not having the awareness that there was no one behind him and just shouldering the puck into the net. I still don't understand why he lifted his shoulder. Watching that in slow motion, that just feels like one of those spots in front of the net where if the puck is above your shoulder and your teammate is hitting it, you might as well let it go over you. The odds that someone is up there to fucking smack it in with their stick feels very, very, very low. So I don't understand why. Maybe just that mental lapse of like, oh shit, the puck's coming and trying to just like stop it. But the Stars probably should have won that game. It felt like they made 2 massive mistakes, one own goal, and then one really bad defensive lap. But we get Game 7 on Saturday. The Leafs put Ottawa away. VGK put Minnesota away. And the Clippers. How about those Clippers forcing a Game 7 as well, going back to Denver? The Clippers looked good last night. Everyone that needed to play well played well. It's unfortunate that they didn't cover the 6. The fact that they pushed P, if you got 6.5 and lost your bet, I mean, literally couldn't feel worse for you. That's got to be just all-time moose rat, honestly. But just like my night was, I mean, absolutely consumed with Knicks Twitter. I don't know if you guys saw Madison Square Garden after the game. I wish I could pull up. Oh, yawn. Gonna pop my Black Rifle coffee, not a sponsor. Probably supposed to shake that. Shit. But my Twitter was just confused or consumed. Let's go. We can get Lauren up here, up and moving. I feel like I did a good job running solo, guys, right? I mean, that was almost fucking, that was too long is what it was. That was too long is what it was. Oh, we got both of them. Let's get them both up and moving, shall we? How do you move these? Hold on, I'm botting. Hold on, I am absolutely botting.
What in the...
Hold on.
Come on, Mike.
Hold on. This is bad. This is bad. This is really bad. Shout out having to do this by myself. Don't know how to do any of this. So that's chill. All right. Here we go. Do you guys know how to move stuff in the stage by chance?
Not on my job description.
Do you know how to move stuff in the stage?
You get yelled up in there?
All right, hold on. Can you guys hear me or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I guess we'll just
Who's got the leaf blower up and moving?
Yeah, is that Mason, dude? Can you?
Yeah, my bad.
Dude?
Is it that loud?
I mean, you're blowing this, dude.
Shit. Hold up.
Yeah, go outside, dumb. Dude, I mean, it's like it couldn't be more confusing. Let me just remove everybody. Here we go.
Whoa.
I mean, this is just. All right, guys, hold on. We're going to figure this out. Welcome back to the show. All right, I guess we'll just do this. Screw it.
I'm gonna see
All
if
right.
Noah will come and help us, but this plays.
We'll just do this. Let's do this, chat. Sorry about it.
Is-
Mason, Lauren, welcome on, guys. It's good to see you. How's everybody's night? How is everybody doing? I assume everybody watched the Knicks game. Does anyone have thoughts that they'd like to say?
I'm happy for you, dude. That was elite. Jalen Brunson is him. I was happy for you.
I mean, it was like one of those games where if he didn't show up, we were going to lose.
Oh,
If he didn't drop
100%.
40 points, we were going to lose. And that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Celtics in 4. That's it.
Oh, see, that's good because I want Boston. Like I want this series. I'm excited for this series. Like it's the series that I want. It was either you guys or Indiana that I want to play. Is there a chance that we get 4-0'd? Yeah, there's a super, super strong chance we get 4-0'd. But I think the Knicks also play up and down to their opponents all year. And I think we play down to the Pistons. And I think we're going to play up to the Celtics, hopefully. I mean, we'll see from there. But I mean, it's going to be a tough series. Like I'm not hiding from it. I think the Celtics, I think there's a deep down feeling in Boston too that they know it's going to be a hard series for them too. We're not like a walkover team. Like we're not the Orlando Magic. We're not the Miami Heat. Like you're going to have to fight with us for those 4 games if it is a 4-game sweep.
Dude, I don't think you could say that with a straight face, Mike. You're telling me you said Knicks in 7. You think the Knicks can go in the TD Garden in Game 7 and win?
Yeah, I mean, we just went into Little Caesars, went 3-0. We went 2-1 in the 76ers arena. So yeah, I'm not scared of the TD Garden at all. Dude. At all. You should worry about
depth. That's what you're scared of.
Yeah, well, I mean, they should be scared of Jason Tatum crapping down his leg in the actual Garden. That's what they should be worried about, dude. I've never seen that guy play good in the Garden.
Really quick, yeah, it just sounds funny. Like we went into Little Caesars.
We went into Little Caesars and cracked Detroit. It's
So
like,
not
what?
intimidating.
We went into you hot and ready, Little Caesars? Lord, as a Stars fan, talk me through last night, dude.
Oh, dude, electric game. You know, I
was
did
an
watch the
electric
whole
game.
thing. Obviously the Avs came out and just like got it going early, but once we tied it up 2-2, and then they scored, and then we went up a goal, I thought we had it, and then yeah, just absolutely shit ourselves. Nathan McKinnon is he's him.
I mean, dude, also though, just what a fun game though.
It was a fun game, but it was also annoying. It's like they had like 50 something shots, I think. I'm like, how do you let that happen? And then we were at like maybe 30 at the end of the game. And it was just like, how, like, what are we doing?
How do you feel going into Game 7? I feel like that game was yours to lose, and then they lost it. I mean,
yeah, we
the
just had
own
like
goal
the
off
worst
the
puck
shoulder
luck
was
too.
absurd.
We've had the worst puck luck. They've had so many lucky little bounces and things go their way where it's like, it does seem like we are just beating ourselves. And I do 100% think we win Game 7.
Game 7 in Dallas. Are you going to try to go to the game?
I'd like to. See what the prices
Saturday night.
See what the prices are looking like.
Saturday night in Dallas, dude. Game 7. We're getting 2 Game 7s out. We're going to get Clippers Nuggets. I don't know if you guys watched that game. I think I got to take the Clippers in Game 7. I feel like I've been riding them this entire series. It's either Jokic primes this team and they go on a championship run out of the West, or this frisky little Clippers team that it feels like Ballmer's been building for the past 9 years finally does what he paid all the money for them to do. I think I'd rather take Kawhi in that spot, but fading Jokic is just, it's so scary.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
Yeah, I think it comes down to which duos getting buckets early. You know, Jokic and Murray, or Leonard and Harden. But that's going to be a great game. I'm excited.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah. Whoever starts quicker, I feel like, yeah, that's a good point in this series, has been like when Jamal Murray comes out and he's clipping early, it's already over. And same for the Clippers if Harden and Kawhi get going too. Yeah, that's a great point. I will say, really funny story from last night, really quick, now that Lauren's here. I don't want to out this kid. I don't remember his name, but I was at the bars last night. And I think I was just like, there's only one kid that would ever be in Dallas wearing a Jalen Brunson shirt. So I think I just had like a target on my face.
Yeah.
And this kid ended up coming up to me, and he was like, "Dude, are you like Mikey?" And I was like, "Yeah, what's going on, man? How you doing?" Ended up like we're talking and chopping up. Out of nowhere, he just goes, "Yo, how's LC doing? I need a girlfriend." And I was like, "Wow, that was fucking nuts."
I need a girlfriend is crazy. That's what
It's
you follow that up.
crazy.
How's LC? I need a girlfriend.
It's crazy, dude. Dude, Lord, I looked at him dead in his face. And I literally go, "Hey, brother, you got no chance. There's athletes in those DMs, brother."
Unless you start dropping 30 balls.
I literally looked at him dead in the eye. I go, "Brother, you got no chance. I've seen those DMs, brother."
That's insane.
Just like also, what an insane way to frame that. How's LC doing? I need a girlfriend. It's
like what? It's like that's
what was that?
that's just awkward.
Even my buddies when he walked over, like, "The fuck was that LC?"
It's like
But
how
just,
like is she out? Something like that would have been more normal than just like, yeah, that was LC. I need a girlfriend.
It's nuts, dude. Like nuts. So just so you know, you're in a night where the stars lose, people are still talking about LC and what her relationship status
I think I like it.
I mean, we'll take that every time, dude. How's LC? I need a girlfriend. What?
Crazy.
What the fuck was that?
It needs to be taken in the shed.
Yeah, that's a shed spot. That's definitely a shed spot. That's a for sure shed spot. But yeah, I mean, it was just super funny night. I ended up back in my apartment. We went to the bars, had a couple of drinks, ended up back in my apartment, got McDonald's. That was a mistake. And I ended up watching it was an hour and a half long YouTube video, but I got maybe 35 minutes through the entire history of Ireland. So for whatever reason, I thought I'm going to get back to my apartment at around midnight, 12:45, I think it was. Decided to just lock into an hour and a half documentary about Ireland on YouTube. Got about 35 minutes through. Just couldn't see my feet eating McDonald's, listening to this lady be like, Ireland back in the Stone Age actually had what you'd consider the modern day Ivy League. And I was just like, holy shit, I knew we were smart.
Dude, what?
It was nuts.
I'm not
dude.
even like
nuts.
on your mind to like start watching that. Look that up.
Dude, I couldn't give you an answer. I was just like, I turned my TV on and it was like the first app was YouTube. I clicked it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna I want to learn history. I want to be like dialed in on history. I'm just gonna watch something about Ireland. Just be like, Brian Brewer then had to attack the port city of Dublin and try to take it from the Vikings. And I was like, fuck the Vikings, dude.
Fuck those guys. Dude, I've been like 2 years ago I used to be pretty like into ASMR. I've been diving back into that.
Dude.
It's a scary hole, dude. But it doesn't make me like tired. It relaxes me, but I'll watch for like 3 hours. Just get lost.
Dude, I think ASMR is so weird, dude. And I'm not saying that to be offensive. I just feel like sometimes I'll come across like a TikTok live ASMR
Yeah.
where they're just like, they have like the goo and they're putting it on the microphone. And it's like some girl and she's just like,
That's my shit.
thank you for the galaxy. It's just like, dude, what am I listening
Yeah, like
to?
scratching the mic. There's
Yeah,
like all
dude.
different kinds. Like I like the I like watching like carpet cleaning and like car cleaning.
See,
And
those
I'll
I'll
like set
watch.
up mic so it sounds like really good. I like that shit.
Yeah, make no mistake. I'll watch a carpet cleaning where they hit it with the hose
Oh yeah.
and
That
then the
shit's so
bucket of soap.
satisfying. It's so satisfying.
Oh, listen, yeah, I'll listen to those. I can't do the people that like scratch the microphone. Those
I
are
don't like
that's
too
the
the
weird.
worst.
whispering. I don't like that. It's
I
like
can't do it, dude.
it's like
I can't do that.
Out of here.
Can you
Yeah,
guys
I
hear
mean-
the leaf blower still?
Yeah,
Oh my god. Hold up.
that's all right. We'll get through it. We'll get through it. I'll tell you what though. I just like now that I'm back in an apartment in Dallas. I just forgot that when I get hammered, I just always throw something random on the TV. And I'll tell you what, it was nice to like at least learn something.
Yeah.
You know, I was at least like dialing in on some world history about the island of Ireland, which by the way is crazy. I also then, before I went to bed, was like, well, let me just learn about the O'Briens. So I ended up watching right before I went to bed a 10-minute explanation of like the family tree of the O'Briens. And I'll have you guys know that if your last name is O'Brien and you're Irish, obviously, that means you're a descendant of a bannerman of Brian Bruce, the first guy to ever unite the entire island of Ireland.
What the?
And all the O'Briens ended up being noble families. So I'm a descendant of a noble Irish family.
Yeah, the Cowlings also were roaming around in Ireland too now.
Dude, they were. The Cowlings were. There was some. I think there was a famous general with the last name Cowling in Brian Brewer's army. But he united all of Ireland. All right, yeah, I'm not going to do this whole bit. I'm not going to walk you guys through the. I'm not going to walk you through.
No, y'all wouldn't understand. Like, he united Ireland.
No, because Ireland was like the Vikings, and then there was the French, and like Ireland was getting like rat fucked. And then he was like, "Here's what we need to do. We need a united Ireland." And then he united the entirety of Ireland. The only place that wasn't theirs was the Viking port of Dublin, which is now the capital of Ireland. And then he was like, "Fucking, we're taking Dublin from the Vikings." Went in there. They won the battle, but he ended up dying. So then it went ununited again.
Is this what you learned in the documentary last night?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, the lady that was walking me through it was phenomenal, dude. She was just like this, like middle-aged Irish woman, just the worst accent ever to like have to listen to history in. But it was unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. It was an unbelievable sesh last night of just like eating McDonald's, being like,
You accomplished a lot yesterday.
Yeah, dude, I got a lot done.
Yeah.
I got a lot done, dude. I got a lot done yesterday, sneakily. What did you guys do yesterday? Anything fun, exciting on a Thursday? Mason, you're still in school. Hopefully you went out last night.
Yeah, no. So a lot of my abroad friends came back last night and they're staying at my house. So we had a little function going on. It's kind of like the last weekend because I go back for finals next week. So I go home. So it's going to be a fun weekend.
Let's go, dude.
Yep.
I remember when the abroad boys came back. Dude, I had to explain last night. So all of my buddies, obviously in Dallas, went to big schools.
Yeah.
And this one kid I'm friends with is so fucking funny. And he was like talking about, because the bar across the street got rented out by an SMU sorority.
The Lonnies?
So Lauren, yeah, Lonnie. So Lauren, you could imagine I was.
Yeah. You didn't even got to say it.
just drooling from my mouth all night. But he was just talking about, because they clearly like rented it out for an event or whatever. And he was just talking about like he went to OU and he was talking about like formals and stuff like that. And then I was like, yeah, we didn't have any of that at that Providence. So, and he was like, what did you guys do for fun? I was like, well, it's pretty much just like a big high school. So it was like house parties. He was like, dude, that sounds like it's. I was like, no, dude, it's sick. Dude, it's sick. Like only I can say it sucks, but it's sick. But it was like so funny them talking about like the other kid went to University of Texas, so they just have like these massive
it's
school
just two
stories.
different worlds. Two different worlds.
Yeah. He's got like Austin, Texas that he gets to go. And then the other one, like Norman, is just a complete college town. Then I was like, yeah, Providence, Rhode Island is pretty fucking
beautiful city.
Yeah, I'd take Providence over Norman, Oklahoma any day of the week.
That feels like some bias. But even he was like, because I was like, dude, we should go to an OU game. He was like, dude, I'm not going back to Norman. So I lived there for 4 years. I'm not going back to Norman. I was like, dude,
terrific.
What? Lauren, what'd you get up to yesterday on a little Thursday?
So I was just watching games, clap some cheeks, and MLB The Show. I'm so addicted to that game, dude.
What team do you use, or do you have like a created team, or like how does it work?
I'm Dynasty. Yeah. So you like build your team.
Who's your best player?
Judge.
No way you have Aaron, dude. Will you get on the mic, dude? Because I saw this funny video of this kid that was he was telling the story. He was playing online 2K, and his baby woke up, and then he had to put the baby to sleep, and like he normally doesn't get on the mic, and the guy was like, "Dude, a full 2-minute timeout in the fourth quarter," and he was like, "Dude, my baby woke up. I had to put her back to bed." And he's like, "Go take care of your damn kids. Get off the game."
Yeah, no, I would not hop on the mic and talk to someone.
No.
No. It doesn't make sense because, okay, like if you know my gamer tag, it's very like corny, very like girly. And I did that on purpose because I think I've already given you like the rundown. But when I was like playing COD like 5 years ago, like when I like killed someone in GTA or in COD, I wanted you to know I was a girl. But now like MLB The Show, for whatever reason, I'm like, I don't really want you to know I'm like a girl, you know?
No.
No, I don't.
There's probably so many like
although I
kids
use
in
like
high school.
it's Glitter Bunny, like it's not hard to put 2 and 2 together.
There's probably so many kids in high school that like end up playing and they're like, dude, I'm playing a girl.
Yeah.
Just get smoked. Like she's so good at MLB The Show, dude. They're out there somewhere.
Well, I feel like they would like try harder where it's like, I don't want you to be like that locked in. Like, oh, it's a fucking chick. Watch this.
Dude, no, but that's what you want, though. I feel like that's what you want.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good enough.
You want them to be dialed
I
in.
don't suck.
One thing I wanted to ask you guys, because it was something that I was talking to my buddies about last night too. Out of all the teams left in the current NBA playoffs, so out of the East, you have the Knicks, the Celtics, the Cavs, and the Pacers. In the West, you have the Thunder, whoever wins in the Nuggets Clippers series, the Timberwolves, and one is now slipping my mind. Who's that last team? Out of the West.
The Clippers or the Nuggets?
Yeah, and then the Thunder, Timberwolves, Clippers, or Nuggets.
Who else? Yeah, who else?
Dude, why can't I think
I can't think of it either. Hold up.
Oh, the Warriors.
The Warriors. Yeah. Or the Warriors.
Or the Warriors or the Rockets.
Yeah.
Who do you guys think now that we're kind of watching some more basketball has the best chance to go and win the whole thing? Because I'll be honest, I don't value the Cavs wins against the Heat. I don't value, the Celtics did look dominant, but it's the Magic. And I don't value the Thunder beating the shit out of the Grizzlies. No one else below that has looked impressive because I think the matchups are that good. Other than the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves, I think, are the only team that you could go, wow, that's a really good team.
Lauren, you can go first.
I don't know, dude. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm not a Lakers fan, but I was heartbroken when they lost, dude. I really thought they were gonna do it.
I know.
I
Me
really
too.
thought, like, at least make it. But I don't know. I haven't really watched anyone else. I just don't. They've just kind of lost me. The NBA just hurt my feelings.
Yeah, that was a hurt feelings series. I wanted Luka to at least get through one, just so Nico Harrison couldn't sit for the rest of the summer being like,
And
I
I
told you,
hate that
defense
he was
matters.
like obviously Nico and what he did is completely wrong, but the whole like defense like question swirling, you go look at the film, you're like,
Yeah, it's questionable.
yeah, he is a traffic cone.
He's got to get in shape over the summer.
Yeah, he's
But
really getting.
I think like the biggest problem in that whole series, obviously they need like a center, but Austin Reeves just went MIA.
MIA, dude.
And it's like you can't have that. He's been so important to them.
It all comes down to your third piece, I feel like, because the first two need to show up every night, and then it's like, okay, who's your third piece?
Yeah.
And the fact that LeBron was in interviews being like, there's not a lot of teams whose third piece is Austin Reeves. It's like, there actually is. I think every NBA has an Austin Reeves. If that's how he's going to play, I think he shot 2 for 10 in their last game, an elimination game from 3.
Yeah.
Well, Sonny Dutch, you just brought it up. Did y'all see last night? Like someone posted like Luka when he first got over here, like how quick he was.
Dude, he's gross.
Like holy, like I guess it's crazy or like I don't realize it just because it's like happened over time. But like going back and seeing like how quick he used to be and like elusive, I'm like holy, like why would you not want to get back to that? Like you can still keep like if you want a bigger frame, that's fine. But like who would guard him now with like the skill set he's like developed? You couldn't stop that. If he had speed on top of everything else he can do.
Yeah, that American food ruined them.
Dude, I was about to say, you go from You go from eating that light fish rice diet over there in Madrid to that Texas barbecue, dude. No wonder you put on 30 pounds,
Look,
dude. He was
Yeah.
probably like, what is this sauce? And they were like, oh, that's barbecue sauce. Just put as much as you want on all of that meat and carbs in front of you. And he was like,
Get to learn brisket, buddy.
yeah, he was like, I'm used to having like fish and rice with a sprinkle of salt at 11 p.m. Now I have fucking Terry Blacks, dude.
Yeah.
You just fill up a tray.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, that was. I mean, I still will. I mean, the chat got after me yesterday for saying it. I still think that he's just a shell of himself. I don't think he has mentally recovered from getting dealt in the fashion that he got dealt, and then hearing the things that the Mavericks were saying about him, and then having to like restart his life in LA. And like you could, I mean, dude, you could tell. I watched that Mavs series so closely last year
Mm-hmm.
from start to finish just because it was must-watch television of him and Kyrie. That's not the same. This player, this Luka in this Lakers series was not the same player. Like you can't tell me looking at the way that he carried himself, the way that he was screaming last year, the way that he was literally like taking over games, yelling in guys' faces. He sent Rudy Gobert and Anthony Edwards home last year in Dallas.
Yep.
So you can't tell me that it was the same player mentally, and I think that plays a
He
huge
just had like
factor.
the pieces he needed last year in Dallas, in my opinion. Like they didn't like that was a time where PJ Washington was just an absolute bucket. But like I also think it's just hard for Luka. Like he was the guy in Dallas, and Kyrie would step up when needed. And I don't know. I think it's just trying to get used to what's going on in LA because it's like it's LeBron, but like I don't know. They didn't have a season again.
It is weird, right? You go from like I feel like that's a really good point because I think you go from when he was in Dallas, Kyrie knew he had to adjust.
Yeah.
And I think it's easier when you're the main guy and someone comes in and has to adjust to you. I think it's difficult going into a team that has LeBron James and them being like, all right, but this is Luka. So Luka kind of has to be the main thing. And now you're asking LeBron to fit in. And I'm sure that feels weird for him. I think it's weird to have to come in and be the main guy and not be the guy that fits into the main guy.
Exactly.
And I think him and LeBron definitely had a very weird push and pull relationship. I mean, if you remember when Kyrie first got to Dallas, him and Luka barely worked together. It was like a nightmare. It was like, dude, these two can't even be on the same floor. So I think it takes Luka a little bit to get going. But yeah, I'm not saying this rudely, but I really hope the Mavericks don't work out even next year, just because the way Nico carried himself in press conferences and like the way Luka even got dealt, it's just such a shitty situation to like put someone through.
Yeah.
For like you're saying, like, dude, when you go back, you look at Luka's first year in the Mavs, he was also 18 years old. Like he bought into your franchise completely, and you just like overnight one night was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think Josh brought up a good point actually yesterday. He was like, well, he's a free agent. Like, I wonder if he's going to re-sign with the Lakers. Like,
Yeah, that's a great quote. Like, if I'm Luka, LeBron just, after we got eliminated, didn't build me up, didn't say anything nice, AD said what he needed, and then they traded him. So he brought up Anthony Davis after they got eliminated 4-1. Like, if I'm Luka Doncic, I'm sitting there being like, dude, fuck you guys. Like, what? Dallas didn't want me, and now I'm the best player that I grew up probably watching my entire childhood overseas. And LeBron James just took a shot at the ownership for trading for me. Like, I don't want to be here either then. Like, that would be an insane move if he dips.
No, 100%. Like, I mean, who said he wanted to go to LA, right? I mean, he probably didn't, obviously. So, I mean, like, I don't know where else he would go. But
Yeah, I don't know either. That's a great question.
Yeah, I think he does re-sign and stay there. I don't think he wants to move his family again.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. I wonder how they adjusted, though, you know? Like, the wife, you could always have a situation where the wife is like, I hate LA.
Yeah,
For sure.
that's also true.
Like, could you imagine if the Mavs just re-signed? I mean, he would never go back, but it'd be so funny if they traded Brady and then he just re-signed with the Mavs.
Nuts.
Like, I'm coming home.
Yeah, there's no. Well, I don't know if you saw the Sunday conversation with him and Caleb Presley, but he was
No,
like,
I wanted to
he was
watch
like, would
it.
you go to Houston? He was like, no. Dallas? Luke was like, no.
Oh, he asked him?
Yeah.
That's,
Well, it
what
was
did he
more
say?
like places like he would live again or in Texas. I don't know, but he was saying like no, like he just has no interest. Which
Like
I
you
don't
saying
blame
after
him.
he retired?
Maybe. I don't know. But when he said Dallas, he was like, no. I was like, yeah, he's never coming back.
He's never coming back, dude. And I think he was ready to like settle down in Dallas. Like he was ready to plant roots like deep in the city.
Yeah, he just had a freaking. He just bought like a huge house. What the week
Dude, yeah,
before?
what do you do with that? Like there you can't get out of that. I'm sure it's on the market now. There's no way he's keeping it. He's not gonna like come here during the summer.
No. Not good.
Not good.
Not good.
I would say if I had to pick a team, I think the Timberwolves have a real chance. I know, just to circle back on them, who I think. I thought the Lakers are going to be my dark horse. I think the Timberwolves could literally beat anybody in the West at this point now with the way Anthony Edwards is playing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think OKC is going to play the Timberwolves, and that's going to end in the Western Conference Finals, and that's going to end up being a great series. But I like I'm an OKC fan, so that's kind of biased, but I think it's going to be Thunder Cavs in the finals. And I think the Cavs are the team that's going to win it this year.
You think so?
I think the Cavs are just as deep as the Celtics. They're like the Celtics last year, but they have another big man. Like Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, like no other team has that. I think the Celtics or Knicks, Celtics, whatever, either of them are going to have a tough time matching against them too in the Eastern Conference Finals. Like I think the Cavs are the team this year.
Dude, that's so funny because I feel like the Cavs are like by far, it feels like the most disrespected team in this entire playoffs. But I think because year after year, they always fold.
Right.
But I'll tell you what though, like I always have a thing when it comes to college football, college basketball, like really good teams beat up on bad teams. Dude, they beat the shit out of the Miami Heat. Like,
No, I know.
Like potentially ended the Tyler Hero experiment if you're the Miami Heat. So, I mean, they look the best they've looked in a playoffs in like the past 3 years. So I wouldn't be shocked if this was finally their year too, honestly.
And look, I'm going to say it right here, Mike. Donovan Mitchell is better than Jalen Brunson. Donovan Mitchell is better than Jalen Brunson. LC, can you back me up here?
That's just insane. He's averaging like he had 40 points in elimination game. I think he's averaging 32 points per game in the playoffs. I think Jalen Brunson is the best playoff player.
But I haven't really watched Donovan Mitchell like that to really speak on that. But it does feel
because
insane.
he gets like 22.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson drops 40 balls. 40 ball. Dude. In an elimination game, 40 ball with a game winner. Dude, I haven't seen Donovan Mitchell hit a game winner since the pandemic in Disney World when they played in a bubble.
No, now I hope the Knicks play the Cavs because Donovan Mitchell is night and day way better than Jalen Brunson.
Just like at what? What do you like?
Yeah, what?
I just think Donovan Mitchell is like. No, I know they're both clutch. Can we admit that? Like Donovan Mitchell's like when under 4 minutes, him and Brunson, like they're both clutch. But I think Mitchell's a consistent, like better shooter.
There's no shot. I mean, Jalen Brunson literally won Clutch Player of the Year this year. That's like an award they give out.
No, I'm saying they're both clutch. I said they're both clutch. I'm saying Mitchell's a better shooter than Brunson. Like, if you're telling me game on the line, I want the ball in Donovan Mitchell's hands. I know Brunson last night.
No,
I know. No. I want the ball in Donovan Mitchell's hands.
No, you don't, and I know it.
I said it. Yep.
I know deep down you don't want the ball in his hand, dude. If it's between those two, there's like actually like statistics that Jalen Brunson is the most clutch player in the NBA, and it's like not even close in terms of like made baskets in the last 2 minutes or go ahead buckets. And he just hit it, and he literally just hit a game winner last night. To drop a 40 ball in game 6, which is like I don't think we're gonna see out of Donovan Mitchell. I haven't seen Donovan Mitchell play like that since he was on the Jazz in the bubble.
Dude, because their team is so stacked. Well, we'll give Brunson his flowers here, but if Cavs match up with the Knicks, you're gonna see. Just watch.
Or the Celtics too. I mean, he's gonna have to carry the bulk of the load either way. So you think this is their year? You're gonna have to see Donovan Mitchell do a lot, dude.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
All right. Do you guys want to serve some slate? Talk about some plays?
Hell yeah. Do it.
Let me see if I have do I have it? Oh. Bang. Dude, I might just take Josh's job. Welcome back to Slate Service Party Show. Service Slate give you all the plays and parlays you need. All right. I want to start with whatever you guys would like to start with. I definitely want to start with the straight plays, though, and then we'll go into prize picks. Just to put on everyone's radar, we're going to have to build a 6-piece for the weekend, so everyone has to give 2 squares.
Let's do
We're going
it.
to have to do that to sweat all
Should've hit the
weekend.
one last week, but
No, dude, fucking cat, dude, pushed P. So we're going to have to do a 6-piece. I want to do a 3-piece for today for sure. There's only one NBA game on today. The Warriors are -5 at home to the Houston Rockets. This is a elimination game for the Rockets, correct, Mason?
Yeah, Warriors are up 3-2.
Okay. I feel like you just I mean, I have to put the Warriors in the parlay money line in my parlay. I don't know about the 5. That -5, -6 spread in the NBA playoffs seems to not be hitting at an insane rate.
Yeah, I mean, you saw the Clippers last night that pushed, right? I mean, at -6 or was that like -6.5 on some
Yeah.
books? Yeah, I don't know. I like the Warriors to win here. I don't know if they're going to cover. I'm probably going to end up taking them to cover. But I think this is just a game where you see Jimmy Butler take over again late.
I totally agree.
And they end up winning by like 8 or 9. But I don't know.
Agree.
I lay the points.
I totally agree. Lauren, can you take my hand to the diamond? Have you been dialing in on, are there any prize pick squares that look weird that would make me want to take a side in a game?
Let's see.
Or is there anything on the diamond that you're liking as well, Mason? I mean, first glance, there's some real shitty pitchers on the boards and some real high overs. So I might have to dial in and find an over today for my parlay from the
I
diamond.
will say, the Nationals Reds game is pretty insane. Hunter Green's been good. Parker's been pretty good for the Nats, and that total's at 8.5.
Yeah, that's a high total.
I think you get some runs in that game.
Mm-hmm.
I took that over yesterday.
No, I like that though.
Go back to that.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
Everyone in chat was saying fading Pepulate with duffels. Max Fried is pitching for the Yankees. Is this Max Fried's first start for the Yankees?
No,
No.
he's been pitching.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
He's been really
How's he
good.
been? Has he been
He's
good?
5-0. He's been shoving.
Yeah,
Holy
he's dialed.
shit, dude.
Yeah, he's like a one ERA. Yeah, he's
How
dialed.
do you feel about your Red Sox today, Mason? I kind of like. I mean, I'm a
Dude,
fan of Brian Bayo, but I feel like he's junk.
You can't bet on this team right now. They're actually an embarrassment. Like they were 2 days ago, they were up 6-0. Their bullpen blew it. Yesterday they were up 2-0 late. Their bullpen blew it. I'm not betting on the Red Sox today. I like the Mariners. I got to fade LC's Rangers today.
No.
Yeah, no, I like Brian Woo's on the mound. I love him.
I will say the Rangers smack him around. But Lighter is.
Can I get a Rangers check, dude? Because you dropped 3 to the Oakland A's, dude. You dropped 3 of those things, dude.
Yeah, it is annoying. I mean, like, it is to the point now where, like, the A's, like, you got to give them their respect. Like, they're building something over there. But for whatever reason, the A's just always play the Rangers really good. But it is annoying. Like, our bats are just in rim right now.
Rem, dude.
I think we had four hits yesterday, maybe. And it's embarrassing. It's not fun to watch. I know we were supposed to go to the game yesterday. So glad we didn't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what happened with that? You guys were supposed to go, right?
Yeah, I had I had therapy.
Yeah,
which ended up, by the way, Lauren, just so you know, ended up starting my therapy at 2:30. It was the first time that, and I'm finally in a good mood today, so thank God I did it. It was the first time that I've been in therapy, and she was like, I'm going to extend this session another hour, and it'll be unpaid because I just think we need to work through some of this. And I was just like,
Aww.
That's a no.
It's like-
I mean, that makes me kind of feel like whatever.
I was like, man, I'm fucked up like that? Another hour into this shit?
Yeah, I think we need to meet up and go into a different room.
Because she was like, yeah, like the office is, she was like, you're my last session today. And then we were going, and she was like, why don't we'll just do another hour? I was like, what?
Is that bad?
It's like, we could do that, but is that bad? She was like, no, I just think we need to work through some stuff. It's like, all right, we'll work through some stuff.
That's awesome.
But I feel better today, so thank you. But also that game wasn't a shit. So thank God.
Yeah.
Dude, there are some weird ass spreads today. One of you has to walk me through it. The Cubs are only -120. The Mets are -115. I know Sonny Gray is on the bump for the Cardinals. I don't know how he's pitching. Is it a bounce back? for the Angels today. I know their team total covered for me yesterday. I need like crab level insight from you guys of what team is getting touched up for like maybe a team total.
Okay.
Like, is Brian Bayo going to get touched by the Twins today? Their bats.
Yeah, no, I like the Mets today, and I think I like their team total as well.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Sonny Gray is actually due for some regression. I mean, he's like more like 37 years old. He's been pitching absolutely lights out the last couple of years, and the last couple games he's been getting touched a little bit. 6 earned runs in the last 2 games. The Mets are a wagon this year. Coming off a loss yesterday, I think their bats get hot today against Sonny. They're a wagon. They're a wagon.
But hasn't Soto been playing like a bag of balls?
Yeah, he hit 2 homers.
Except when Lauren fucking puts him in a lineup. Dude, I put him in 3 straight lineups. He reds out. Then Lauren's like, today's the day. He goes, fucking yob.
Was that yesterday?
Twice.
Twice, dude.
Yeah,
Shoot down.
Twice, dude.
It's crazy.
All right, I'm gonna need a chef here with my parlay. What are you thinking, Lauren?
I don't know if I would take them, but I think the A's are starting a new pitcher today. If Miami can get rolling early, I could see them taking that one.
Okay.
Yeah, who's Gunnar
But they are just so bad.
His name is Gunnar Hoagland.
Yeah, Hoagland.
That's sick. That's a sick
tough.
name.
I think that's like you're required to back him now.
Is Yamamoto like good for the Dodgers?
Yeah, he's like one of the best pitchers in the entire league.
Minus 180 Dodgers then? Grant Holmes on the Braves?
I mean, I don't know if I would lay the juice, but I mean, hold up. Let me see the Braves.
Like, I'm talking parlay pieces here.
Oh, parlay pieces? Yeah, then yeah, I'd lay it.
I'm thinking Dodgers, Warriors, and then I got to go to the ice, and then we'll do prize picks. All right, talk me through the ice. Jets, Blues. I feel like I got to take the Jets. There's no way Yale gets a game 7, dude. There's no way he gets game 7.
Dude,
I don't know. It's true. The Blues are.
Why are they minus 118, dude?
that's what I said. And the
They
Lions,
get
like,
puck in net.
yeah,
Fuck, dude.
I love the Blues here.
No way you love the Blues here.
Dude, Jordan Binnington is like possibly the worst goalie at times, and then like the best goalie in the entire league at times. Big games, he always shows up. He's cracked out in big games. I agree.
Dude, but if I'm sitting there with the Blues and the Jets come out flying and I got to check Nick's Twitter and he's like, it's over. I'm going to be so pissed, dude.
Yeah, that's a
What about
tough
that
one.
over maybe 5.5?
Let's see.
I mean, dude, I feel like these overs like have been hitting because there's so many empty netters. But
Yeah, I do think it's interesting that it's 5.5 because it's technically gone over that every
Yeah.
single game so far. So I
And
think
it's plus
under.
chicken, too.
I think it's under.
yeah, I think it's under too. You're right. It's gone over pretty much every game. I think you're gonna see Jordan Binnington, like he's gonna lock in. Telling you, Blues money line.
What about Blues team total over 2.5? You think they get 3?
I don't know. I like it. We just said we like the under, so I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
I
If that's the
think
case, then
just
you have
gotta,
them winning.
like just grow some balls, dude, and take the Blues.
Dude, but I can't back Nick. I need to check if he already has an Instagram story up. I need to see if Nick has an Instagram story up for the Blues. Oh, no story, dude. He might be scared. No early morning story, dude. He might be scared.
Just not dialed.
Shit. All right, mate. I'm going to tentatively put Blues as the last piece of my lay right now, which is plus 319. Warriors, Dodgers, Blues. Might have to rework that, but that is tentative right now. All right, let's
Are
go
you
to prize
picking the Warriors
picks.
today?
Yeah, I gotta.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Feel like Jalen Green and Fred VanVleet in an elimination game in the Bay, they're crapping down drawer.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, let's go to prize picks. Let's find some squares. Mason hit a 2-piece last night,
Yes,
Wow.
sir.
so he's feeling dialed and ready to go.
For sure.
I really want to put, let's do our 3-piece first, and then we'll do the 6-piece.
Right.
Because the 6-piece will advance into the weekend. I really want to put Jimmy Butler points or fantasy in, if either of you are down for that.
I'm with that.
I'm thinking maybe fantasy.
Yeah, I think this is the Jimmy Butler game for sure. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be my leg for the 3-piece. Dude, there's so many high totals in baseball today. There's gotta be some angles here. What do you
I
like?
have
Hannah?
one. My favorite score of the day. I mean, it is a less than.
What do you like?
I like Hunter Green less than 7 strikeouts.
Okay.
The Nats just don't strike out, and I think he gets touched up today. Actually, if
Hunter
they
Green
have,
less than
let me see if they have his fantasy score up yet.
No fantasy for Hunter.
Let's see. Hold on. Could do even hits allowed, but
4.5 hits allowed is greened out in the last 2, but before that, nothing.
yeah, I like his
If
less.
you want to stand on biz with the strikeouts,
Yeah, I mean they don't strike out, so I think worst case that's a push.
okay. Mace.
Hold up. I like Alperen Sengun over 4.5 assists. I think that he's honestly been their only source of offense. He dished out 9 last game. I think they're just going to continue to run through him. I mean, I think the Warriors might throw a couple doubles at him, possibly get some assist chances. I like the number there.
Okay. Jimmy Butler fantasy more than Hunter Green less than strikeouts. Sangoon more than assist is the 3-piece for today. I locked that in. All right, let's do our weekend 6-piece. I'm going to start us off with Kawhi Leonard fantasy game 7. If they have it up, if not, I'll just take his points. They do not have his fantasy, so I'm going to go Kawhi Leonard PRA maybe, or just points. I'm going to go Kawhi Leonard PRA in an elimination game 7, more than 38.5 first leg. Oh my God, they even have Cavs Pacers lines up.
Really? Hold on, I'm trying to find this.
They're squares, sorry.
How do we not take
Yeah,
Jalen Green
please.
points?
You want to take Jalen Green points?
It's just like elimination game. Like you gotta.
It's just so junk.
He hasn't been playing though, like late. They've been benching him.
They've been benching him.
So you risk that.
Yeah, we don't want that. What about Sengun? I don't like him at 21.5.
Fred has been the guy. I mean, he's greened out the last 3, but Van
Stay
Vleeter
away
is.
from Houston.
Yeah, we could say I don't hate maybe Eamon Thompson keeping it rolling if we wanted to take a rock at fantasy, maybe.
He has been hooping.
He's been hooping, dude.
Yeah. I like Jamal Murray tomorrow.
Okay.
Like big game Jamal Murray.
We could
I like-
do that.
Give me his points.
Okay. Jamal Murray
Actually,
points.
Is points plus assists up there?
Yep. It
Yeah,
is
give me that.
27.5.
Because he's got the Chris Dunn on him. So he might be dishing a little bit.
Let's go. Shout out, Fry.
Shout out.
What if I went right when everyone went left? What about Bennington saves? If you guys think he's going to stand on his head tonight,
Yeah, I
22
love
and a half.
that. Love that.
More than 22 saves from Benny.
I like where you're at. I actually like that a lot.
It's a good headspace to be in. All right, we're at 3 right now. We have my Kawhi Leonard PRA, Mason's Jamal Murray points and assists, Bennington saves. Let's round it out here. I need 2 from Lauren, one more from Mace.
I'm
the
really
weekend
confident in
contender.
Green strikeouts.
You want to put that one in too?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take that both ways.
And if he gets 8 against the Nets, I will tip cap.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not. That total's not gonna get touched. Let's see.
One more from each of you.
It's tough because I'm the most dialed in baseball, but
Yeah, it's okay. There
it's
can be
the
two
end
today.
all
Yeah,
tonight, though.
you want to know who I like?
Oh, that's fine, dude. We just get green early is good, and then we move to the weekender.
Give me Is there any Jack Leiter squares? I'm fading them.
Yep, I was actually about to give you Jack Leiter hits allowed, but it's a goblin.
Is there
Jack
runs?
Leiter is up for 1.5 earned runs, Goblin 2.5 Demon.
The problem with him, like, he
Yeah, talk
walks
to
a
me.
lot of people because he sold me last week. I had him for 2.5 hits allowed, and he finished with 2, but walked like 4 or 5 guys.
Yeah, he
Yeah, he
doesn't
walked
give up a lot
4.
of- He doesn't give up a lot of hits. I like the earned runs, but whatever you guys want to do.
What are you thinking? Lauren, you know your Rangers.
What's that total at? Hold on.
I'll get with the Goblin. We had a Goblin in the last one. These 6 pieces, I just want to get to like Sunday. That's
Yeah,
the
no,
goal.
I was
So if we could just
surprised.
get to Sunday.
I was surprised it made it to Sunday last week, and then Cat sold.
No, dude, he sold back.
If we're talking goblins, I really like Clay Holmes more than 3.5 hits allowed against St. Louis. Their bats have been pretty hot.
Clay Holmes, 3.5 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, Mason, round us off, dude. Don't be
Yeah.
afraid to go to the diamond, dude. A little hits run RBI, I can tell you what's up for certain players. Hits
Wait,
runs
do you have the
RBIs,
Leiter?
hitter
Do you have the
fantasy
Leiter
scores.
square in there?
Oh no, we can put lighter in now. Do we want to put lighter? Do you want to stand on biz for earned runs?
You good
Wait,
with that, Elsie?
I'm at 6. Hold on. I have Hunter Green, Kawhi Leonard, Eamon Thompson, Jamal Murray, Jordan
Oh,
Bennington.
I didn't put Eamon in.
Oh, you didn't? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't put Eamon in.
Let's leave him out.
Okay.
Right now, I have Kawhi Leonard PRA, Jamal Murray PNA, Bennington saves, Hunter Green less than pitcher strikeouts, and then 2 gobs. Clay Holmes hits allowed, Jack Leiter 1.5 earned runs, 20x power play, 13x
Or
flex.
can I just give you an Adley Rutschman hit?
You absolutely can do that.
Yeah, let's swap that. He's getting a hit today.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Adley hit.
Throw it, Adley.
Wow, that increased our odds.
Yeah.
So the other gob was worse odds. That's
Yeah.
crazy. All right, I like that. We're in there. Like swimwear. All right. The 6 piece. Kawhi Leonard for the weekend. Kawhi Leonard, PRA. Jamal Murray, PNA. Jordan Bennington saves. Hunter Green, less than strikeouts. Jack Leiter, more than earned runs allowed. Adley Rutschman, hits. I like it, dude.
I like it too.
We cooked.
We definitely cooked. I'm also thinking that I have the lay as well, dude.
What's the lie?
Dodgers, Warriors, Blues. You guys might have convinced me on the Blues.
Dude, you're gonna be so pissed if the
I'm gonna
Blues.
be so pissed, dude. I'm gonna be so fucking
Bennington
pissed.
gives up like 5 goals.
If Bennington gives up 5 goals, you two are gonna have to atone for your sins in some way or another. Because this is just me backing one of Nick's teams. It never goes well. All right, let me just send this stuff over. All right, do you guys have any other plays you want to give out to the people or any other prize pick squares? Mason, let's do PODs today. Does everyone have a POD?
Hell yeah. Blues money line. That's right.
Wow, you're PODing the Blues, dude. Wow. We almost clean swept the PODs yesterday. Josh gave the Athletics. I gave the Leafs team total. My POD today is going to be I'm gonna shock the world here, but Lauren, do you have yours first?
For like a lay piece?
Just POD for the graphic, like your favorite play if you were to take one. Could be a prize pick square. Could be Hunter Green strikeouts if you want.
I feel like the Orioles today.
Wow, you're gonna take it.
But yeah, you can just do my POD is 100 green less than strikeouts.
Okay, I'm gonna go just in case the Jets win. No way Nick gets 2 Mets money line.
I'll see if he doesn't get the strikeouts, then all 3 are cooked.
All 3 are cooked.
All 3 are cooked.
But that's all right, Lauren. When Lauren has a POD,
POD,
but when Lauren has a POD, we did this last episode. It's like it goes in everything, and it's always the first green square. Like last weekend, we had it in 3 lineups. I forget what her POD was. It was green in all 3. So it's like sometimes you just gotta.
Yeah, like I stand on bit. Yeah, it's one of those things. Like if I have a favorite square, I live and die by that square. It's in everything.
fair enough.
But I just don't think he
Like fucking Soto was ma.
Yeah.
Ma.
Yeah. That one felt good.
Let me just do this. All right, guys. You want to? I mean, we'll end early today. So if you guys want to say goodbye to the people, and then I'll do my whole spiel at the end here.
Sounds good.
Peace, chat.
Have a good weekend. Mike, Lauren, take care.
Guys, have a great weekend. Make sure you're following Mason on socials and Lauren on socials as well. If you're new here, go check them out, please. I'm begging.
Oh yeah.
All right, gang. I will see you guys later. And I'll do the whole I'll do the little spiel here. All right, chat. We end every episode with a little bit of what I like to call Mikey Core. Here's what I want to say today. It's Friday, so go do something that's going to make you feel good. Go do something that's going to make you smile. Be able to, something that I talked to my therapist about yesterday was just be able to, on the weekend, find time for yourself in a positive way. I think during the week, we let a lot of things weigh us down, especially in our professional lives with work. We really feel a lot of those stresses, and sometimes we carry those into the weekend. And I think just one thing that I would say as we get into the weekend is find some positive time for yourself. Find some time for reflection, find some time to have some fun, go out with your friends, have a couple beers, maybe bet on some games, do whatever you need to do to make yourself feel good and feel refreshed and be able to attack next week feeling like the best version of yourself. I love you guys so much. I love you. If you heard that today, I love you. Take one step forward for me today. I know how hard it can be to take a step forward. This week, definitely feel like I took some steps backwards, and that's going to happen though. That's just part of the human experience. But I think we've learned through doing this show that it's from the attempt, not the result of trying to take that step forward. And then if you can be the stronger person to take that step forward and at least attempt to take that step forward, you're going to be in a better place this time next year. Go tune into BTL after this. They kick off at 11:30 Central, so give them a couple minutes. We're ending a little bit earlier today, but I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I love these episodes. Hopefully the Knicks spiel didn't go too long, but I want Boston. Give me Boston. I don't run from the smoke. I want all of it, dude. I want all of it. I can't wait for that series to kick off. I'm so excited for Monday. It can't come soon enough. But go have fun this weekend, guys. Go do something that makes you happy. Find some time for yourself and allow yourself some room to breathe. Allow yourself some room to take off that backpack of your stresses and your anxieties and the things that might be weighing you down a little bit, and just try to have some fun, right? That's what weekends are. They're supposed to be fun. That's why I'll be good by the weekend. Right? Let's channel some Mac Miller. You'll be good by the weekend. I love you guys so much. We got some units to win. The parlay is lost by one leg back-to-back days. It's got to hit today. Clean swept the platter, so look out for that today as well. I love you guys so much. I really do, again, just want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to all of the shows that we put out over here at Bookit. I want to thank you guys for tuning into the morning after, to BTL, to the Surge Stream, to the Night Sweats. We wouldn't be able to do the things that we do without you guys. You guys are the most important piece to everything we do, and your support means the actual world. And I hope that in a life of stresses and job stresses and personal stresses, I hope that we can at least be a pocket of relief or a escape in your lives that bring somewhat positive, even if it is just to get in the chat and get some anger out on us. That's okay too. I get it. Life can be difficult, and sometimes you just want to go, Mikey, that take sucked. But I really, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank you guys so much for all the support that you show us, all the subs, all the good times, even if it's being mean in the chat. I totally understand it. But you guys are really the most important piece to everything that we do. And I just wanted to thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend. Tune into BTL after this. I love you guys so much. We'll see you here on Monday. Same time, same place. I love you. We will, in fact, be seen.